Thanks for keeping it on Great Day SA. There is so much more that goes into accomplishing New Year resolutions than just saying them or writing them down. A lot of intention must be there, and to help us validate why, we have TikTok famous psychologist Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart. Welcome back. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
I love to talk about this, and I love that you're suggesting for people to try to attain goals that are relatable to a person's passions and desires. That's something I don't think I even think of when I'm doing them, right? I'm just like, oh, I want to be a better person. Here's how. So
Yes.
how do we do that?
Well, I think the problem that many people do with these New Year's resolutions is they come up with these big lofty goals, and it's not specific enough to their values. They need to do things that are related to their values, because then if you have these things that are too big, you're going to miss the mark, and then it'll be February, and then you've ditched all your goals.
And do you think it's healthy? Because I think sometimes that means you would have to get a little bit uncomfortable because it's not really with your values. So I think sometimes that's good, right? To be a little uncomfortable, but then how do you get that balance of like still sticking to who you are and then also kind of stepping outside the line?
Well, a big part of it is to, if you have a goal, or say you have value of nature and I don't know, like
hiking,
right, and beauty. And so instead of running, having a goal, running a marathon, and you don't like to run, and you only run when you're chased, then that's not going to be a good goal for you. That then maybe looking at hiking or walking a trail or riding your bike after work a few times a week. So having whatever the value is, tying that in to your goal.
That is very important. I'm like, my wheels are spinning right now as you are talking, because that's so true. If you're afraid of something, but then you're trying to force yourself to do it, it doesn't really go.
Right.
Okay, I'm keeping all this in mind for sure. What else do you think people should keep in mind as maybe they're writing them down, or they have maybe just one even that they want to accomplish for the year?
So like we talked about before, it's really about tying them with your values and then being very specific. It should be very observable, very measurable, very tangible. So something that you can see. So if you just say that, oh, I want to be a better person, or I want to travel more, although that's great, it's too broad. And so we want to be more specific about what that looks like. So if we want to travel more, well, I want to travel one time a month. I want to travel to an international location with a friend by the summer. Like, be very specific about what that looks like for yourself, so that it's not just this big kind of generic type of goal.
Okay, and also something that I think is so important that you're pointing out is don't focus on the person you wish you were. Focus on who you are maybe, and how you can, bring out the best within yourself, right?
Right. But Roma, you brought up earlier though, like reaching your goals, you have to be a little uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
So yes, you're kind of trying to reset and reform and reshape yourself, but at the same time, if you keep going towards goals that are nothing like you, and you say, oh, I'm going to run a marathon, but you know that's not an interest of yours, then looking at something that's, what is a version of myself that I already love that I can reset or just move up a little bit of a step? Shaping a new habit in a way that looks good for me brings me a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it's not like so big out of my comfort zone, because then you're going to tank on it.
True, and I think this could help people gain confidence if they are doing things that are really, we talked about like specific to what you love and need, but also it's important to acknowledge who you are and the treasures you give the world, right? Like if you're really good at singing, but you're shy, go perform a concert. That should be on your list. I don't know, I'm thinking of things that could be that positive reinforcement for who you are already.
Right, and if you like singing, then go to karaoke with some friends.
Hey,
right?
and invite me, and invite Dr. Ann-Louise. Okay, we'll be there with you singing. Do you sing some karaoke?
No, I do not.
I will make you sing some karaoke.
Already.
You see what I'm saying here? I'm telling you, you're going to do it for the new year. Is there anything else people should keep in mind? Maybe, let's say they're on the right track. Let's say March hits and they're they're recognizing it. I think I have recognized, I don't know if I'm anywhere near my 24 for 24, how we talked about earlier in the week. What should we do to keep the momentum going?
That's a fantastic question. So a big thing is to have an accountability partner. One of the things we talk about in psychology is having a body double. So someone you can rely on, talk to, who can check in, a buddy of yours that's accountable to you, that you can be accountable to, and that they keep you in check. Like, hey, you said your goal is to read a book a month. where you're at. You think that's maybe too big of a goal, or maybe you can do an Audible, or maybe we can do a book club. So having someone who you can be accountable to, like a workout partner, exercise partner, a reading buddy, whatever it is, a travel buddy, that can be a really great one to keep you on track. Because otherwise, then, like you said, March hits, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I had 24 goals this year.
And then you're overwhelmed at that point. But
exactly.
Get your accountability buddy. This is all so encouraging. I hope this helps y'all out a little bit, because I believe in you. I know Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart believes in all of you. How can people reach out to you?
So they can find me on my website at anewdaysa.com. That's my practice at A New Day Pediatric Psychology, or on Instagram at dr.annlouise.lockhart.
And TikTok, she's all over doing her thing on social media. Thank you so much for being with us and for this super helpful and reassuring information that is going to get us through 2024. But keep it on Ken's 5, because we'll be getting in tune with the rock side of things this morning. Rebel Angels are upping the amp in 2 minutes.